Day 50. Peace. I just want to get started here. I was thinking, what am I going to do? What am I going to say? And I never know, and I never have anything planned, obviously. Which is okay. I just want to keep on point. Stay on point. Up this morning, it's 9 a.m. Day 50 of juicing fruits and veggies. Of course, I've been eating stuff also. But the point is, juicing every day, you know. And yesterday, I think I had 3 salads. I was starving. I hate to use that term, but I just was really hungry. I mean, you go 20, 30, 40 days and not chewing very much, and your natural tendency is to chew food. So I know it's that, and I know it's also the more acidic the foods are that I intake, the more I am going to, my body's going to want foods that turn into acid in the blood. That's why I say acid, it's acidic. All foods either turn acidic or alkaline in the body. So, I've been just again trying to stay on point with all of these videos. And day 50 today, I've got up and I've been watching on YouTube. Lots of people juice, lots of people talk about juice, and lots of people doing a 3-day juice or a 7-day juice or a 10-day juice or a 20-day juice. I thought, gosh, day 50 today. Unbelievable. So, you know, just pick a goal. I don't care if it's 3 days or 7 days. Just get started. Buy a juicer. You know, go out, just get a juicer, spend $100. You know, I've got the Jack LaLanne, it works fine. You can get the Breville, you can get the Champion, you can get all kinds of, just buy a juicer. Start somewhere, research the best juicer later. You know, just buy a juicer now. So, on YouTube, the Life Regenerator, I've been watching him about 6 weeks or so, 8 weeks. I started watching all this stuff and writing and reading and taking notes before I started juicing, and I've done it a long time before this last binge. But, you know, I have a little healing crisis or a dis-ease in the body, and, you know, it threw me into this shift. Grateful for that. And since a friend of mine had cancer, diagnosed in December, I've been like a madman reading books on cancer. My dad died of colon cancer 7 years ago, which led me to Colonics. And I started, thank gosh, I found drnatura.com, you know, which my 2 brothers and sisters still have not done, although their father died of colon cancer. I went out, I had a series of like 12 Colonics, you know, which is no big deal. It's like a pencil size thing that goes into your anus about that far. You can barely even feel it. It's the size of a pencil tip. And it literally just shoots water out into your colon, which is about 5 feet. It just loosens and softens, and you want to get it out. The longer those toxins stay in our digestive tract, the more poisons and toxins seep into our body. Bottom line. Talk till I'm blue in the face to friends about that, and maybe 3 or 4 have done it, maybe, you know, of the 24 I've talked to. But, thank gosh, Colonics. I've been on this initially when I started this cleanse. But again, this whole cancer thing has led me to all of this. You know, I started in with this, then I learned about their detox, cleaning out our organs and our system, body systems. You know, learned about the mucus buildup, which is like a little wrap all throughout our body, just keeping nutrients from getting in. And I feel like I've really broken down a lot of the crap because my body's responding to everything that I put in it. I don't care what I eat, it responds, and I feel it. Had an incredible BM this morning, as my mom used to say. It was orange, you know, I juiced so much carrots, but I know that the carrot juice is just permeating the digestive tract where we absorb everything. So, man, I know that my colon and digestive tract were just filled with vitamins, minerals, and nutrients and enzymes yesterday. Absorbed all throughout the body, and then I expelled the waste this morning, which is green and orange. That's what you want. You want it to float too. If it goes down, sinks to the bottom, cook food, baby. You want that stuff to float. And mine's been floating, you know. So learn about that. drnatura.com. Get on a cleanse. You know, another book I read was Max Gerson, who started juicing in the 20s to relieve his own migraines. He was a doctor. Inadvertently, he started curing people of tuberculosis. So the autobiography that was written by his grandson, Dr. Max Gerson, thank gosh for Casey, my niece, turned me onto that because it just took me down a whole nother path. And I found out that Charlotte Gerson has the Gerson Institute, that's his daughter, and she's good friends with Jay Cordage, the juice man in the 90s. Jay met Max Gerson, read his book, had cancer, was peeing blood in the 40s, got on the juicing, and you know, the rest is history. He's been juicing. He's 90 years old now. He's on Facebook. K-O-R-D-I-C-H, Jay Cordage. So Max Gerson learned a heck of a lot from that book. Love my new Kindle, by the way. So I've been reading numerous books. I'm on Suzanne Somers. You know, I never would have bought Suzanne Somers products, but you know, I read about her story briefly on YouTube, bought the book, Knockout. It will knock you out. If you have any interest whatsoever in learning about health, buy her new book, Knockout. It is incredible. Just filled, she just literally interviews all these alternative doctors that are combining traditional with holistic healing. So, you know, reading about doctors in the American Medical Association, if you have cancer, they prescribe one way of curing it. And what is that? We all know. Surgery, chemo, radiation. What a deal. They can't even talk to you about nutrition. And most of them don't think about nutrition, I'm sure. Certainly, I'm sure they think about it, but they're not telling anybody about nutrition. So, really interesting the way all these doctors are combining nutrition and lots of different things that I haven't read about the new stuff that I've been reading in her book, Knockout. So, go get it at Half Price Books and just start reading it. Throw away the novels and all the bullshit that take us out of our day. You know, the mindless crap. I don't know why, but I cannot read anything fantasy anymore. I have got to read as close to nonfiction as possible. And I don't know why I'm on this kick. Maybe I have cancer, I don't know it. I'm sure I do. I'm sure most of us do. It's now the #1 killer in the world. So, just really fired up today. Day 50, huge milestone. You know, yesterday was a huge milestone, and I videoed a couple times. I was all fired up. But day 50 today just feels huge. I went to bed yesterday. I haven't been sleeping as much because I've just been bouncing off the walls. And yesterday I slept 10 hours, which is highly unusual. Most of the time it's 6 or 7. I know I need more, but my body's just reacting so much to these fruits and veggies that I just have incredible energy. I can't even describe the energy. I encourage you to start reading about nutrition. You know, I don't care how healthy you think you are. If you eat the meat and the dairy and the breads, and you're not hip to GMOs and MSG and on and on and on, nitrates, and if you're not hip to that stuff, we all need to know about it. You know, everybody's story is, well, I can't afford it, and I don't have time, blah, blah, blah. It just goes on and on and on. And I know about excuses. I am the king of excuses for sure. So I just want to stay on point with these videos. I'm going to post this one. It's not easy. It's a huge ego thing. On one hand, it's like, God, put this stuff out there. I look like a fool. But I know if I don't do it, I could slip back and you know, order Domino's pizza tonight, which, you know, hey, I may do in a week or two anyway. Every now and then, I'm not worried about that. I'm just worried about staying focused, staying in the now of juicing, talking about juicing, reading and learning about whole foods, and where do we get all the vitamins, minerals, nutrients, enzymes, protein, fats, minerals. And it's just so funny. Everybody is just so fighting it. Well, we need meat because of this. We need breads because of this. Well, we need whole grains because of this. Well, you can find, where do we need to get these things? You know, you get it from hemp oil, you get it from oranges, you get it from leafy greens, you know. What are flavonoids? Why do we need flavonoids? You know, all these things that I'm making lists of. Now I know where to get it. And I'll just go to the Indie Food Co-op and I'll go, huh, tomatoes. I'm going to go ahead and do tomatoes. You know, oh, zucchini. Oh, okay, I know what's in zucchini and this is why I need it. You know, it's not in a can or bottle or box. It's not there. Watching Dan McDonald again, the Life Regenerator today, you know, talking about, you know, where do we get protein? Where do we get these things? And, you know, it's, I'm so thankful. There are people like Dan out there with big balls to do what he's doing and to stay on point and to stay focused and to stay real and to stay honest. That's all we can do. So, buy a Kindle, buy Suzanne Somers' new book, Knockout, because you're going to talk to somebody that you can help. You can tell them about a cancer test, a chemo test, chemosensitivity test. You know, you can tell them about these things that they're not going to hear from their doctor. Of course, they're not going to listen to you, in my experience. But if you ever need the information, you will certainly know about it. And how easy is it to put together a juicer? Very easy. Freaking love this juicer. I loved my other juicer, my Juice Man Jr. I'm sure that, well, they probably do sell it still. It's not affiliated with J. Cordage, so I wouldn't buy a Juice Man. I would go buy the Juice Daddy, jcordage.com, K-O-R-D-I-C-H. Or the Breville, B-R-E-V-E-L, the one that Life Regenerator uses. Alright, so here we go. Quick and easy setup. This is my oven, this is my skillet, this is my microwave. Right here. So, what should we eat? I have no idea. Let's just grab some stuff and go. Alright. Little cucumber. Got running through those plates like a madman. My cutting boards. Cucumbers are just amazing. They have so much stuff in them. Incredible. I always buy cucumbers. I always buy leafy greens. I always buy spinach and kale and broccoli and zucchini. And some I like more than others, but I know what's in them, so I stay focused with making sure I have them every week. You know, enough kale, enough spinach, enough zucchini. knife. This is an easy process, folks. Heard somebody talk about Carnation instant breakfast the other day, and I used to have that when I was a kid, so 40 some years ago, I suppose. And you know, how can a powder in a box with milk really feed you much? You know, let's just say you took carrot, apple, lemon, sliced it up, and put it in a cup and then drank it. You would actually have live enzymes. Live enzymes are critical. They're just critical. Oh man, they're so critical. And you can't get them from a bottle, a can, or a box. So when we don't use them, live foods, we don't get enzymes. And then our body has to process the cooked foods and steal the metabolic enzymes from our body that would have gone to our brain and our heart and lungs and every other body function. But no, when we cook foods, it recognizes it. Our body recognizes it immediately as foreign and tries to get rid of it. Anyway, I don't want to argue that with anyone. I've tried. So there we go, huge plate of stuff. Of course I could eat all that, easy. I could eat that. No, I couldn't eat the peel of the lemon. You know, I couldn't eat some of this, you know, the seeds and whatnot. But that's what the juicer grinds against that plate when I push it in there and juices everything out, pushes all the crap right here, so my body does not have to work on it. So what does the juicer do? Grinds all the juices out of here, which your teeth and mouth and body could never fully execute, and gets all this stuff in our blood in 5 minutes. Or drink coffee. Well, I love my coffee, but I love coffee. I need my coffee. You know what? Do 5 days without coffee and 5 days without cooked food. Juice fruits and vegetables. You'll have this much energy, man. You'll just, your head tingles. And I mean, right now I'm getting goosebumps. You know, you don't get that with cooked food and coffee. Well, I take that back. Go to Starbucks over there and get a big ass coffee, and you will feel screwed up. Not in a good way at all. Anyway, here we go. I like my video today. Faking it till we make it. This is a Monster juice, by the way. I get excited with this stuff. This Monster. Talked to another friend of mine on Facebook, and her husband he's got pneumonia. Been sick for 9 days, 10 days. You know what? You're sick for 9 or 10 days with any kind of lung issue. Stop eating cooked food. No Coke, no Pepsi, no milk, no coffee, no bullshit. Just strictly fruits and vegetables, mainly greens, for a week, which the leafy greens are your lung cleansers. And do that for 5 days, and all of a sudden, instead of bombarding your system with medication, going to the doctor, having given you all kinds of crap, spending money on suppressants, get to the real heart of the issue and juice. Of course, I never heard back from that person. Like, oh, great idea. And I just know how attitudes can be. I'm hoping they ran to Target or somewhere and bought a juicer. But I know in my heart of hearts what we do. We run to the doctor. We listen to the doctor. Well, there's an awful lot of books out there that will tell you what I'm telling you tonight, and I'm this morning. In day 50, you can't make this shit up. Here's Toriel. Mmm. Wow, that's tart. That is tart. Mmm. I just love apples and lemons. And that cucumber, man, Google a cucumber and see what's in that. There are a ton of wonderful things in a cucumber. And they're my favorite things to juice because they're not bitter. I mean, most greens can be pretty bitter. Earthy, you know, tastes like dirt, however you want to term that one. This juicing is not for the faint of heart, and we certainly don't do it because it's the best tasting thing we've ever had in our lives. We do it to change our body's metabolic structure, and this effectively does that. And then you learn to just love these juices. You love to smell them, you know, like grind some cilantro and the whole room just smells like cilantro, that kind of thing. Parsley, same thing. Just off the charts with their megahertz of energy. The vibration, that literally measurable megahertz vibration that comes off these juices is in the air. Just like roses, you know, that's why we love to smell roses, is the megahertz of vibration is about 250, which is off the charts. Vegetables, 60 to 90 megahertz of energy. It's a measurable megahertz of energy. That's what we're putting in our body, because our organs vibrate at what? 60 to 90 megahertz of energy. So if we're putting foods in, like a Big Mac at 5 megahertz of energy and fries under 5 megahertz of energy, it's going to kill us. A cancerous tumor is 20 megahertz of energy. Think about that one. Okay. Wow. Wow. Really good. Well, this will be a long video, but that's all right. Day 50 celebration. Day 50. Unbelievable. My son showed me a picture of me about 2 months ago in my underwear, holding my stomach. And I was just so disgusted by it yesterday when he showed it to me. I knew I was that fat. I knew I was looking like I was going to pop. And drinking a bunch and eating a bunch of crap while I was that fat. That's what is shocking, that we do that to ourselves. I'm going to read this. A friend of mine gave me this. You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. At first I thought it was a cool little thing she got me, but the more I read it every day, the more I'm focused on it, you know, and we deserve our own love. And certainly, body, mind, and spirit begins with our food. If you're watching, thank you. Thank you very much. Peace and love to you.